see who this is. Hello? Hi.
Hi,
Hi. What's your name?
how are you?
Good.
Well, good.
Have you
Me
been here
too.
before?
No,
What's
never.
your name,
I
baby?
watch all the
You
time,
watch all the
though.
time. Thank you. What's
I
your name?
do.
What's your name, honey?
Candace, Michelle,
And it's Michelle. Where you calling me from?
Richmond, VA, Henrico County.
Richmond, VA. How old are you?
I am 43.
43. Okay. You have any children?
Yes, I do. I have 3 children. They're all grown, but I have grandbabies. My grandbabies, I have 6 of
Okay. How
them.
old are your grown children?
My grown children, my youngest son is 23. He turns with the year.
Just give me the ages.
His birthday
Give me the
is,
ages right now of your 3 children.
okay, 23, 27, and
Are they
30.
all by the same man?
No,
Okay. Have you ever been married?
never.
How many men?
3.
3. Why didn't you marry any of your children's dads?
Because I was molested as a child.
So you don't want to get married?
I do, but I'm from the country, so I was born and raised on a farm, and my father, great man, but not, and my uncle, great man. I come from a really huge family on both sides. My father molested me and my sisters I remember when I was 3, he molested me ever since I was 3 years old until I got grown. And when I got pregnant with my first son, um, I was raped by my sister's husband. Yeah, by my sister's husband. She married him to get out of the house so that she wouldn't have to continue to deal with what was going on with us as youth. So I got raped by my sister's husband, knife point, came home. Didn't know what was going on with my body. I was 13 because they raised us in the church and all those type of things and really didn't know. So got raped at 13, had my son at 14 because my family don't believe in abortions. Then I'm going to school and I take my son to school with me for like show and tell, all this kind of stuff, right? So then social service get involved. They told me they already knew what was going on because my sister had already had things going on, right? So then when they brought me in, they was like, we already know what's going on. Da, 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 da. But my family have a lot of money, own a lot of land in the country. I was born and raised on a farm. You know what I'm saying? We raised all our own food, all our own livestock, everything you could want. My father, brilliant in every aspect of the word, know everything, know how to build, know how to draw, know music, know farms, know how to fix cars. He's a mason. So my family, great family, but a lot was going on that they just swept under the rug. So we in the church, da, 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 da. So we was raped and molested, used as whatever. None of the officials would help us. No official. No official helped us. None. They allowed this to happen. So when I was like 15 and I told them what was going on, the police officers and the social workers followed the bus home with me from school. And I was so scared. I was so scared. I already knew if they didn't take care of this, that it was going to be worse. But they followed us home from school. They came in. My mom was like, out the gate, she was like, why would you tell them? Why would you tell them? Da, 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 da. You know your father. Da, 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 da. So then that happened, you know, and then they put us in family counseling. Put us in family counseling, and, and then I just, you know what I'm saying? They just was doing all kind of stuff to me. They was doing all kind of stuff to me. My father, my uncles, cousins, all of them using me, like whatever. So I was like, they trying to kill me. Let me get out of here. I got to get out of here. So I started to run away, and and I'm from the country, so I got involved with guys that was from the country growing up in that era. So they taught me how to do all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying, to protect myself, right? So then I put myself through school. I became a nurse. I went and took care of my grandmother. I went and took care of my aunt because her legs had got cut off from diabetes, So I got a nursing degree. Did that until they passed away. I went, I got I started modeling in DC, you know, and then my mom was like, come back home, Candace. Come back home. And because you don't know nothing. You don't know the world. Da, 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 da. And she convinced me to come back home. It was bullshit. Came back home, you know what I'm saying? And the same things was happening. So then I met this guy, got pregnant with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like out there doing whatever just to protect me and learning the world as well as it was coming along. So then I get pregnant with my daughter. I had to come back home. Even though my father bought me a place, he bought me a place. He bought me a whole trailer or whatever right up the street from where they live. But he have a key, so he can get in when he want to. So I used to have parties, all this kind of stuff, parties, da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? He'll come in, they'll be like, you're not gonna abuse Candace, you know what I'm saying? And he'll be like, you going to hell, da, 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 all this type of shit. Right? Whatever. So I have to go back home. Go back home. My mom, she worked at night. So she would go to work and I had to be there. 5 months pregnant with my daughter, and my son laying next to me, my father comes in and tries to rape me again. So when he tried to come in, he tried to rape me again. I had got enough in me to fight for myself. It's like, nah, you're not gonna do nothing to me. Kick them, you know what I'm saying, for them, ran the bathroom, locked myself in the bathroom, right? Locked myself in the bathroom, stayed in there, cried in the shower. He was at the door beating, boom, boom, boom. Candace, open the door, open the door. I'm not opening the door. I'm not opening the door. So I stay in there, right? So now I'm in the shower. My mother comes in, and when I heard her come through the door, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. She comes in, but he had stopped beating on the door by then. But I was so scared I wouldn't come out the bathroom, and she had just got my hair done. So I came out the bathroom. I'm dripping wet. My mother says, "What's wrong?" I didn't even have to say nothing to her. I just looked towards their bedroom door, and she just starts crying. She goes in there and she tells my father, "Why do you keep messing with our daughters? Why do you keep messing with our daughters? Da, 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 da. You better find somewhere for her to go. You better find somewhere for her to go, or else you going this time. You going to jail this time." So after that happened, you know, they helped me transition again. So the transition, it was just a lot. It was just a lot going on. My sister still deal with issues today. I deal with issues today. But okay, so now I get a relationship, I leave, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I have worked ever since I was 15. Ever since I was 15. Different jobs. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to make it where I could be on my own. So I got out on my own. So there I met a friend. Her name was Pam. Great female, great woman, because if it had not have been for her, I would not have survived all of these things. So, you know what I'm saying? She came in, she helped me. Then I got pregnant with my last son because I thought the guy was like really gonna be there, but he wasn't. He wasn't, you know. So then I met another guy and when I was like in my 20s and I moved to the Richmond area, moved to Chesterfield. And when I got to know his family is when I realized what family was supposed to be because his family was the greatest, the greatest. They taught me so much. His mom loved me so much. His dad loved me so much. Military family, very pristine. They look out for each other. Da, da, da. So it taught me what family was supposed to be while I'm raising my other ones and they looking out, making sure I'm good. And my house had burned down. It was a lot. It was a lot. So moved and then in Richmond and then that relationship turned abusive, you because he felt like he got me from. I apologize. He forget. He felt like he got me from the country, so he could treat me any kind of way. No, you can't. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm done with this. That became abusive. Punched me in my face, threw me in bush, all this kind of stuff. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? The family was like, oh, he loved you. He loved you. Don't. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So I let him do what he do. I let him live. And then I just started to maneuver in Richmond, VA. So when I started maneuvering in Richmond, VA, I started working like 20 hours a day just to take care of my kids. I remember when I didn't have no water. I remember when I didn't have no light. I met people that taught me how to do the things that I need to do without having those things, you know? So I said all that to say this. Regardless of where you're from, regardless of what background you had, you are always able to pull yourself up out your bootstraps. So now I live, you know what I'm saying? I've always lived in suburbs, in suburban areas, and I've always had people that look out for me because of my personality, because of who I am. So people need to look more on who they are as a person. What are you putting out as a person? Are you an evil person? Are you just rude? Are you just nasty? And don't take advantage of people that have a good mind and are working towards just pure love, period, regardless of what they go through, you know?
Yes, Candace, I could tell you went through a lot. You've been through a lot, and I wanted to listen because I felt like you needed to get that out of your system.
I did. To the
You
world.
wanted to share that to the world. That was your goal.
Yeah.
You just shared it to the
Yeah.
world.
Great.
Great. Okay.
Wonderful.
Now my
I
question.
made a page called Silent No More Candace, and everybody came against me because I was sharing my story, not the people that know me that I went to school with, but my family, because I have a huge family. So everybody was like, Candace, you can't just be putting this out here in the world. We didn't do nothing to you, but you guys allowed it to happen. Okay. So same thing with them, same thing with you. So now I'm very private. I like cleanliness. I don't like bullshit. Know what I'm saying? I protect the kids at all costs. I am a child care provider. That's what I do. I look out for the youth. I'm even raising 3 of my grandbabies. I didn't set up for this, know what I'm saying? This time in my life, but it is what it is. But I handle my business, and they don't want for nothing. And I just like clean people and I like people who are sharing their real story, not bullshit. You understand?
I understand. Candace, have you been through therapy? Are you currently in therapy? Because it definitely sounds like you're still, rightfully so, you went through a lot, but this trauma that you've been dealing with all your life, it does seem like it's still a part of you, which I can only imagine. You know, I'm not equipped. I'm not a therapist. So
Right,
a lot of
right, right,
a lot of
right.
my viewers are concerned and just wanted to know, are you still currently in therapy?
Well, life has been lifing. So mostly I just be working every day. You know, I work at a fitness center. Um, I'm thankful for my job. I love what I'm talking about. I love, love, love what I do. And I love the people around me because they feed me every day. They help me so much. And I feel like people that have a lot of trauma, as so as myself, need to go and work on themselves, go to the gym, you know, go in the sauna, take time for yourself, spoil yourself. You know, that way when somebody else come in, they understand that you've been through all these kind of things, but you are able to uphold yourself and everything that you have going on with you.
Well, Candace, let's just do this. We talked for a minute. If there's a guy that's interested, how can he reach out to you?
Okay, so call me Rain, call me Rain, 77
Are you Rain?
on
Your name is
is
Rain?
no, Calming Rain, CALMINGRAIN 77 for Instagram, and for Facebook is Candace Michelle.
Okay. Do
CANDACE
you
Michelle.
want to do the Kendra Cam?
Yes. Wait a minute. Let me see. Wait.
Okay.
Wait. Let me turn the light on.
Okay. All right. Well, we see you. Well, listen, prayers goes out to you, Candace. She's 43 in Richmond, Virginia. She has 3 children.
No, and I'm a Taurus. And I'm a Taurus. May
She's a
1st.
Taurus, May 1st. Okay. All right, sweetheart. Well,
Yeah.
keep me posted how it goes, honey.
Okay. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Um, That was a lot. That was very heavy. That was very heavy. I get every now and then I do get guests, and I just try to sit and listen because even she confirmed it. I could tell sometimes people just need to get it out, and they choose my platform at times to, let go of a lot of things that they have inside. I will say this though, family trauma is real. And I think I can't speak for all families, but I think a lot of families try to act like, oh, we're not going to talk about it out loud. That's why the last girl earlier was like, it's complicated. It's not complicated. You just don't want to face the reality. And Candace is a perfect example. She's 43 years old and she's still, rightfully so, dealing with trauma from her childhood. So if you are a family that has one of those don't ask, don't speak, don't talk about it out loud, don't tell nobody about it, it doesn't go away. If you don't talk about it, it's still gonna stay and it's gonna come out eventually. And I think if that's any lesson we could take from that, I mean, this woman truly is traumatized, and rightfully so. Like those were dark stories. Your father molested you. Your first child is by your sister's boyfriend. These are the individuals that's supposed to protect you. Like your dad is supposed to protect you. So what do when the man assigned to your life to protect you is the one that's harming you? So that was a lot. It really, really, really was a lot. But I knew she needed to get it out.